Hi guys, welcome to Make 2 and a review of LEGO set 21007. This is the Rockefeller Center, part of the Architecture line of LEGO, released in 2011 and comes with 240 pieces. It's, as is so common with sets in the Architecture line, it is on a black base surrounded by tiles and there's a huge amount of tan. This is a really cool build. It's relatively straightforward. There's an awful lot of offsetting done. You can see the use of jumper plates all along here, hidden under here as well, and actually right down here too, so all over the place to create this nice staggered effect, give a slightly different representation for the buildings. These are buildings, so it's called Rockefeller Center, which is an Art Deco complex in the center of New York. This actually comprises of 11 buildings. There's an awful lot. Clearly, this big one in the center here is the centerpiece. But you've got Radio City Music Hall over here, which is very famous. You have a whole bunch of other buildings around the side. I think this is two separate little buildings. This is a sort of relatively plain building. Here's another relatively plain one. You even have these two tiny ones down at the center. And there's an extra bonus. Here's a sense of it from above, and if you can look all the way down in the middle, right in there you see some little panels and a little gold round plate. That is an ice skating rink. In the winter, I think, in New York, you can skate on that. And right in the middle where that round plate is, that's where there is a huge Christmas tree. So if that's a huge Christmas tree, just imagine how big these buildings are. I think this is one of the tallest buildings, or at least it was in the 30s in New York. It's definitely a super big skyscraper. And as you can see from the side, this building and this building not only makes use of offsetting and some very interesting angles here, but a huge amount of building studs on the side. And that's how you get the texture all down this side on both of these buildings. Let me quickly show you underneath. There's just a huge number of 1x1 bricks with a stud right on the edge, not a headlamp brick. You put those all in the right place as you're building it, so there's lots of plates and bricks and plates and bricks to get them in the right configuration, and then you just slot all these on. You build them up down here to get a bit of extra thickness, and that just gives you this extra texture that you couldn't capture just in bricks alone. It just gives, rather than being one whole brick across, this is just one plate across. So from a profile at the back, you can see what that looks like. I think that's just really cool. And you've even got it down here on this little building as well. So I've managed to capture in a pretty intricate way these incredibly famous buildings that if you go to New York, you will hopefully see. I've gone a couple of times now. I haven't gone inside, but I did walk past it, and it is just really impressive. And there's a huge underground complex too, which LEGO, of course, hasn't been able to represent here. I think this is really lovely. This is a good example of what LEGO Architecture series can be. Some of them, particularly in the early days, were a little bit overly simplistic for my liking, but I think this one gets it perfectly right. So I'm a real fan. I'd love to know what you think, so please do let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel because more videos are on the way. Thanks for watching.